Oh
It's
my
okay.
God.
It's okay. Okay. How are we feeling? Good.
Not great.
Okay.
My eyes are puffy and there are dark circles.
Hi, welcome to Take This Rose. I'm Tommy.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are here to discuss Colton's season finale. It's over. Colton implied that he had sex.
Give me this face.
Okay. Great.
So,
yeah.
seriously, this is just like, this is very real. The lighting is not helping.
Yes.
No makeup and a 1.5-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm used to the look. I've got pretty bad ones too.
Life.
I wish we had started recording doing the videos in Caitlin's season, because then you could just see how life has just worn us down over these last few years.
Oh, we're old and tired now.
So yeah, this season's over. It ended up being a pretty dramatic season. I'm not gonna lie, it ended up being pretty good.
It was not undramatic.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good season. Proud of everyone for rallying together. Let's get our plugs out of the way. We have a Facebook, Take This Rose. A Twitter, @TakeThisRose.
Yep, and Tommy tweeted last night.
Tweeted last night.
It was good.
Yeah, there's some decent stuff in there.
tweets.
Yeah, thanks. We've got an Instagram, @TakeThisRose Podcast, and an email, takethisrosepodcast@gmail.com. We do have an email this week.
Yay!
So we'll read it. There you go.
Okay. From Abra.
Yep, she's a loyal one.
Colton was on a live podcast in Boulder, and he claimed to eat pussy. Not being vulgar, quoting.
Okay, that's bullshit. You've got her pants off. What's the hard work is done.
Also, why would you phrase it that way on a podcast?
Yeah. I eat the pussy.
I eat the pussy.
Okay.
Harrison tried to jump the fence and didn't make it over. Hopefully it shows up in the bloopers after the finale. I would just like to watch that on repeat forever and ever instead of another season of this show. I picked Cassie to be his choice before the show started and quickly became annoyed with her. She pouts and sticks out her bottom lip like a child.
She does.
Yes. She's a really young 23 and annoying as hell. She obviously hasn't been into him. In her other reality show, Young Once, she had a boyfriend she obviously liked. He also quit his career for her, and she reacted as though, of course he would. She needs to have her heart broken. I'm not cruel. She just needs to appreciate these guys. She's too hot.
Yeah, she's never going to have her heart broken.
Sweet and beautiful and has never been dumped before. That's a Parks and Rec reference, which you would get if you watch the show.
I don't watch.
Her cadence of speaking drives me crazy, too. It takes her forever to say a sentence. I felt so bad for him because he knew he had been played by both her and the show. His panic attack wasn't easy to watch. It takes her forever to say a sentence because she is trying so hard to not say what she actually thinks.
Which is, I don't like you.
Yes.
It was pity sex.
She's trying to find a nice way. And she's trying to give herself so many outs, but he's just like not reading the subtext. Thanks for all the shows. I watch and listen, so you may tell me I'm the reason the show is ending, but I'm doing my part. Hope the photo of Colton I sent last week gave you both some amusement. Good luck getting on the Mental.
Okay, thanks so much, Abra.
Thanks, Abra.
That's a goal. You know, seeing these audience reaction shots the last 2 nights, I know I say it every year.
We can do better.
I need to be in that audience.
Yeah, he said it a couple of times tonight.
Oh God, there were some really good ones last night. Or a couple of them were. Oh man, such good reaction shots. If you're listening and you're not watching us on the YouTube,
we do the faces.
Yeah. Predictions for Cassie and Colton. I say over in November. I think that's very generous.
That is very generous.
I think this is going to be one of the
2 weeks.
This is going to be one of the shorter
from now.
Shorter engagements. So
are they even engaged?
Or yeah,
they were just dating.
Yeah, they're not engaged.
We turned it off after they brought them out.
Yeah.
We loved Cassie's haircut and jumpsuit.
Yes. I think so. Chris Soules and Whitney Bischoff, I think they had the shortest one. Didn't even make it like 3 months after. I think
after the show ended.
After the show ended. So I think this could be much shorter. She's just not into him.
No, and it's so obvious.
So what happened was I didn't get to see all of tonight's episode. So Jenny has tonight's episode. I have last night's episode.
Yes.
The notes. Okay.
I also did not finish last night's episode.
Well, I did. So
I started watching it while I was painting, but then my mom came over.
okay. So
Paint.
we started with video output low. Well, whatever. It's still there. We started off with.
Sorry, guys.
I wrote down "Gone, Colton, gone." Gone, Colton, gone. Nowhere to be found. You're looking for him
in the middle of nowhere, Portugal.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked that he didn't just kill some poor Portuguese guy in a fit of rage. They come, Senor. Even though I know that's Spanish. This may be your last live. It might be.
It might be. Maybe we'll do like an AMA or something.
I mean, I think we should still like preview the Bachelorette season. I just think that even if we just did it occasionally, if we wanted
Instead
to,
of every week.
Yeah, we could do that too. We'll figure it out. I do like the Patreon idea because I do want to recoup some of my expenses. I think we can do well.
Yes, but someone pointed out in an email it might be hard to get people to donate to a Patreon if they know we're only going to do one more season.
So I think the Patreon would have to be if we raise an inordinate amount of money, an insane amount of money, we keep going. And then in that case, though, we would have to cut back.
Yes.
And like it would be for the people that are actually in the Patreon that actually care about hearing us. And we wouldn't actually care about like views because we'd have to do it like on a weekend or that's the only way it could work. So we'll talk about that.
We'll discuss.
But this won't be the last one.
No, I can't go out looking like this, you guys. I have zero baked goods. I have unstyled hair.
I could go out looking like this though. I'll be honest.
You look pretty good.
Looking pretty good.
You got a beard trim.
Pretty good. Yeah.
You got a good swoop happening.
Yeah, the good douche swoop. Remember I used to make fun of the douche swoop, and now I'm just rocking it.
Yep, Jeff too.
Yeah, that's a good look.
Although here's the thing, because yours doesn't go like 4 inches to the back.
I don't really
think you're okay.
It's more of a douche brush. The swoop is.
Yeah, it has to travel a good distance to be considered that kind of a swoop.
Yeah. So, Papa Bear, he found Colton. Pretty much
single-handedly.
He went looking for Colton. They found him. Colton's like, I'm done. And Chris is like, okay, yeah, sure. Hey, might as well get in the car. It beats walking.
You want to go back to the hotel? You can get in the car. Yeah, but I'm done.
I'm done. So he says he's done.
And then I'm sure they got back to the hotel, and he was reminded that he had a contract.
It's like, oh, just so you know, we have to keep filming.
You have a contract.
Yeah, because we will sue.
So, yep.
Yeah. Remember that footage we have of you making out with the Chris Harrison doppelganger that we set up when we were on a different location?
Yep.
They totally caught him in a gay sting earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember all those times we filmed you while you were showering and the one time that you were masturbating? Yeah. Remember that?
I don't think Colton knows how to masturbate. Oh, my hand wants to do something here. So Papa Bear has to sit down with Colton the next day. Colton says, boy, I'm sure, I've got a feeling that I may not be enough. And Harrison says, what makes you think that you may not be enough? Oh, I don't know. The 4 girls that left on their own accord this year. The fact that Cassie, just wanted to split.
Yep. Even though I told her that, she was it.
Yeah. So then...
She still dumped me and walked.
So then,
oh, yeah.
So they cut back to the audience. There's just silence. Everyone's devastated. Back to the talk with Papa Bear. He says that Colton says he's in love with Cassie. He thinks she's in love with him. And he's got to fight for it. Harrison.
He has no power of perception.
No. Because Harrison tries to gently jab, what if she's just not that into you?
He does. He says that. What if she's just not that into you? Throwing him a fucking life raft.
Yeah. I'm going to help you here.
Colton, has it occurred to you
that not everybody likes everybody? Some people, I'm sure Colton's like, but how can somebody not like me? So Colton decides he's gonna fight for love. So he first thing he's got to do is go to Tayshia's place. Goes to Tayshia, knock, knock.
Got that gourd.
He tells her, I love Cassie. And she asks, can we talk without cameras? But kept their microphones on.
They don't think things through.
No. So they talk. Tayshia was crying. I think
Colton was crying.
I think Colton was crying harder. I think Tayshia's more crying because she lost that battle apparently between Kaylin, Cassie, and her and Kirpa and Katie. Yeah, I forgot that Kirpa existed.
Whatever battle.
Yeah. So they talk. Then Tayshia shows up in the studio. Tayshia looked great. Wow. Whoa. That was, the best she's ever looked. Looked phenomenal.
Yay.
Thoughts? Yeah.
I was painting.
Okay.
I didn't see her. I was listening.
Okay, she looked great.
I trust you. Her dress cost $6,000.
She would have been a good person. Oh, wow. There you go.
That's a lot of dollars.
Yeah, that's more than I would spend. But so she looked great, and this was a good opportunity to audition for The Bachelorette.
It was. Didn't get it, though.
No. Then he showed up to Hannah G. Hannah G is just journaling away. No video journals for her. It's just...
Oh, poor Hannah G. She got the first impression rose. They're making out every date. She thinks she is sitting pretty.
Yeah. Her, gets a knock on the door. Knock, knock. Who's there? Colton.
You dumped.
Colton who? Colton, I'm a virgin. Please open the door. So they open up.
Terrible.
That's terrible. It doesn't matter. We're ending. We might be ending.
Nothing matters.
So,
Things matter.
Colton.
Not this.
So she opens the door, and I'll tell you. Hannah G's going this way, and Colton's just right there. Smacks her right in the face with the emotions. Wipes her out. She really did not take it well.
Poor Hannah.
And Colton really doesn't know how to comfort a woman. Like saying, I thought it was going to be you this whole time.
No, that's the wrong thing to say.
Yeah.
That's the wrong thing to say when you're dumping someone.
Yeah, especially when you're dumping...
In case anyone was wondering.
Especially when you're dumping somebody for somebody that dumped you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Yeah, okay.
That's a lie.
So then, Hannah showed up in the studio. Hannah looked great. She looked phenomenal.
That's good.
Thoughts?
Did not see.
She was in a green thing with one arm exposed.
I like green. I love green.
Yeah, green's a good... You're wearing it right now.
I am.
Yeah.
This is my Door County sweatshirt.
There you go. So she looked great. Also, a great little stump speech. She actually kind of confronted Colton and said it was a slap in the face.
I think this is... I just assume I haven't seen any of this now.
Okay. So she said it was kind of how Colton felt when Cassie did that to him is how she felt when Colton... Yeah. And that she thought was insulting with the fact that he said on camera that Colton only thought about Cassie when he was with other girls.
It is insulting. That's a big smack in the face.
Yeah, especially if he was having sex with one of them. But that never happened.
No.
I don't know if you knew this, but Colton, his virginity has been a theme all season.
What?
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
It's been... They've talked about it a little bit. They kept asking, in the studio, is Colton still a virgin? Who cares? But yes.
They open with that at tonight's episode. Will he remain a virgin forever? I answered yes.
I hope. God, that'd be great. What a life. So then they brought in Garrett, Jason, Ben, and Blake. Someone get Ben off of my TV screen. I want to murder him.
I hate him.
I hate him so much. I don't actually want to murder him, but God, I want to murder him. He's the worst. He did the same look 2 nights in a row, too, which is the t-shirt with sport coat. Like, what? That is somebody that would slide in the DMs of a 22-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, did he do that?
That's how he met his current girlfriend. She's 22.
Thank you for marrying me.
Yeah.
This is the world we live in. It's terrible.
I'm having a great time. I am single. I'm just loving it. So then they showed Cassie packing up her stuff. She didn't have a lot. She looked great while she was packing. She's in like this white top, white sweater with great jeans on, just very all the right places.
She is like the first person, I think, to legitimately pull off the full-on mom gene.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Like, because I wear high-waisted jeans. Well, not now because I'm pregnant, but I did before I got knocked up again. But, like, she has, like, the full super high, boxy through the hips, boxy through the legs. That is a very hard look to pull off.
Oh, but she does it.
She does.
Yeah. So she's packing, and I tweeted, you can go to @TakeThisRose. I said, this episode is for sure going to end with Cassie opening the door to Colton.
Yes. Obviously.
Colton's in the car.
You should work for the show.
I should. That would be a great career move.
That would be.
You know, Bachelorette filming starts on Thursday. It's not too late.
God, does it really?
Yeah. So they show him in, of course. He knocks on the door. We don't actually see her facial reaction when she opens up, but you just hear her say, hello, and he says, hey.
You see it tonight, and it's a little something like this. Hi.
I thought I broke up with you. All right. So
what are you doing here?
So
I thought this was over.
I missed the first 10 minutes. Notes, legal pad. It's time. Jenny means business.
I take too many notes. I was also a terrible highlighter in college.
It's just the entire page pretty much highlighted.
Yep.
I need to know all of this. If I don't memorize this textbook, I'm screwed.
This is why I preferred classes where like most of the test and everything came from what you did in class. Because I was very good at taking notes in class and retaining information. Bad at reading and highlighting.
What's class? I forgot about that in college.
I know, right? You had to go occasionally.
Yeah. Huh.
But not all the time. Anyway, Cassie does not look happy to see him. I also didn't quite know the timeline, so I was like, why is she still in Portugal? Like, why didn't she get on a plane already?
So what happens there is, even after the number 3 girl gets eliminated, she has to stay with the cast and crew.
Oh.
So she has to go to the next location if they switch locations.
Oh, why?
I've gotten, I don't know the why exactly.
That's weird.
I think it's just I don't know.
All right, well, now we know
if there's
the
a
answer
hostage situation, they have her to offer instead.
That question.
Yeah.
So they talk, and Colton says, before we had this conversation, I wanted to break up with Tisha and Hannah. And she just goes, like she's trying not to laugh.
Like, you idiot.
Like, what the fuck?
I broke up with you.
Like,
This is actually kind of not good. And this is a problem. People that don't know how to read relationships.
Yes. This was a hard conversation to watch. First of all, I go, did she just stifle a laugh? And Jeff goes, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and like this entire conversation, she is, again, she's just trying to give herself an out. She is trying to talk her way out of this relationship without breaking up with him. She's trying to say that she is unsure enough times so that Colton will become unsure, or at least be uncomfortable enough with her lack of surety that he will end the relationship.
So this is where you can tell.
But Colton is obtuse, and so she fails.
Colton is not a people person. He doesn't have a good group of friends. I actually was talking to a friend who, her friend went to Illinois State and played football with Colton. Okay.
Colton played at ISU?
No. When he was in college. So I have a lot of things to say here.
Okay, go.
So-and-so was here this weekend, and he played football with Colton, and he spilled the tea. This is me. What tea? He was like, he's a fucking fraud. He's a douche. He's been wanting to be the Bachelor since college. The entire ISU team thought he was in the closet. I responded, "There's nothing wrong with wanting to be the Bachelor."
In all caps.
So then she said, "He does end up with Cassie, but he said neither of them really like each other. He had a hard time with all the backlash because he isn't used to people talking shit about him. He was basically like he just wants to be famous so bad. Him dating Allie Raceman was all part of his plan." He's like, they're all just using each other to be famous.
Knew that already.
Yeah.
See our podcast a few weeks ago where we intro it with, "They're all terrible people."
Yeah, all pieces of shit. That was
They're
verbatim.
all pieces of shit.
Yeah. So then she says, "Yeah, fuck Colton. So-and-so doesn't follow him anymore, but he still follows so-and-so. He used to hit up so-and-so all the time. Then when so-and-so came out here last year, he hit him up and totally ignored him. And that was when the Bachelor shit started." I said, is he really a virgin? So-and-so said he 100% was. He legit would not partake in parties. Like, they would throw parties and Colton would sit in the basement and watch The Bachelor. And he didn't really party or drink.
I don't know if any of
really
you are
liked
familiar with Illinois State University, but it's even less class than normal schools.
Yeah. It's, it is called I Screwed Up. I mean...
I know several people who went there, and they are very successful and smart human beings.
Great. So yeah, that's Colton.
But generally, that is the reputation of the school. So if you're not partying at ISU, like, why are you there?
So what we get to is that Colton doesn't really have friends and probably doesn't know how to read people as a result. So he doesn't understand when someone is completely disinterested in him.
Yes,
And
as Cassie
happen.
was.
Yeah.
So she just keeps saying, "You broke up with them. They could give you what you want, and I couldn't. That's why I let you go. Like, I don't know what's real and what's not. Like, what feelings are real,
Boy, she's really
and what
digging
won't
for that.
last." Like, she was trying so hard for that easy out, and he just wouldn't give it to her.
How'd she look?
She looks great. She was in that same outfit.
Okay, yeah.
And they kiss, and she's like, "I'm so confused," and he's like, "Don't say that." And she's like, "No, not about like how I feel, just like I don't understand what's happening." She said that a bunch. Like, what's happening? It's like,
that was authentic. That was authentic. She's like, "I thought I did this. I thought I ended this.
I broke up with you.
I thought I put myself in a good bachelorette position."
Yeah. So Colton's like, "We'll just figure it out, like, day by day." And it's like, that's...
Yeah. That's not good.
I'm sure she threw out the phrase, "I don't know if I can get there. I'm hoping I can get there."
That's not a good sign.
And she used that phrase a lot, and he also used that phrase a lot because she used that phrase a lot, and now that phrase makes me want to shoot myself in the head. So there's that. And he's like, "My family is waiting in Spain for us."
They are in España, waiting in the States.
Oh no, first he's like, "I'd love to introduce you to my family if that would be something that you'd be ready for." And I think she thinks that this is like in the future, or like when we get home. And he's like, "They're waiting in Spain for us. Do you want to go?" And she's like, "Yep.
Yeah, I guess we're going to Spain.
I guess we're going to Spain."
So this is me where like I've sort of been in Cassie's position before, where like I've really wanted a relationship to end. But for me, it's like I don't either A, know how to end it, or B, I don't want to be that person, so I just wait for it to break up. And then you're meeting parents and stuff. It's like, great. so excited.
This is so fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
So then I saw when she met the parents.
Yeah, so she gets to Spain, and he's like, "I know you were expecting to meet 2 women, but you're only meeting 1. And they're like, "What the what?" And he tells them
And
that
one just
Cassie
dumped
dumped him.
He's so dumb.
And his parents ask if they're in love, and he said, "I am, but she's not there yet."
Imagine the situation if you were talking with your girlfriend and she's telling you this whole situation, that this guy she's dating broke up with her, but then she went back to him and tried to introduce her. And tried to introduce him to her parents right
I'd
away.
be like, girl, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're insane.
So then he goes to get Cassie to meet his family, and his family is like, what the hell? Like, this is stupid. And Cassie is starting to cry and freak out again, saying she's so nervous. She's just nervous and crying and whatever. And she's like, I don't know if I'm there yet. And I wrote, how does he not see it?
Yeah.
And then Tommy said about Cassie, she's not a sociopath. She just didn't plan well.
Yeah.
So I think it's starting to sink in that she has to, like, meet these fucking parents.
Right. She's like, fuck. She, legit, was all an orchestrated plan to become Bachelorette. Yes.
And now she just doesn't want to look terrible on television by being like, I am not into you.
Yeah. And so she gave him some pity sex, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah.
So this is all part of it, meeting the family.
So everybody talks to everybody. Colton talks to his mom, and she's like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. And Cassie talks to dad, and she's like, I'm hoping to get clarity. And it's like, bitch, what? And then Cassie talks to the mom, and the mom's like, take me through your week. And she's like, well, starting when? And the mom's like, starting on your decision to bail. Just right in there. And Cassie's like, she's like, I want to be all in, but she's not very convincing about it.
Dory, I dated a guy like Colton once, and it's the most miserable 3 months of my life.
Yep. Just break it up.
Just go.
Break up with them. Just do it.
I'm saying this is someone that gets dumped all the time.
Yeah, just break up with them. It's better. And then Colton's talking to his dad, and his dad's just trying to be like, she doesn't like you.
Yeah.
But again, everybody's just trying to be super nice about it. It's like, don't you have any doubts? And Colton's like, nope, I have no doubts. It's like, you should. You should.
God, have you never even seen like a rom-com?
Like,
he just has no idea how to read women. Man, he's so dumb.
Yeah. If this were a rom-com, the ending would be him ending up with Hannah G.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. And we'd all really hate
Cassie would be the bitch that didn't really love him or appreciate him. And Colton would end up with Hannah G at the end. Just in case anyone was wondering.
I told you, that's my rom-com idea.
Yes, we discussed it at length.
Yeah. My rom-com idea is pretty much about someone that gets dumped.
It's not a rom-com.
Yeah, it's a very sad, depressing
It's a sad indie movie.
Yeah, right.
That's his idea. I tried to make it funny.
But it'd be funny.
My idea was funny.
You know, you have a really good idea.
Thank you. I should write that. And so then they went on their date in Mallorca. They drove around. They walked around. And then they went to a cliffside where there was a picnic set up below.
Yeah.
How do we get there? Oh, we're going to rappel. They're going to rappel down the cliff. And Tommy was like, why are they doing this? And I was like, because it was already planned.
Yeah. Look, we booked this guy.
They already had to cancel a whole date of activities.
It's Sergio's
They can't get a refund on the Groupon.
My name is Sergio. We will rappel by the seaside. Today we will rappel.
Oh, maybe they brought in Jorge's Torres. The España edition.
Yeah. God, I bet you that Cassie, just for a brief glimpse of a second, thought, what if I disconnected and just...
What if I just
fell back to my death?
This cliffside?
What would happen? She for sure thought about it.
So then Colton comes on a voiceover. He's like, I know that we're just going to be taking it day by day, figuring it out day by day, and I'm cool with that. But I really need to know where she's at. I'm like, those are conflicting thoughts.
Yeah.
Those are two different things.
Yeah. I think anytime it's day by day, that sounds like the last stages of someone in the ICU.
Yeah.
That's kind of day.
Just shaking it day by day.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. That's not a great prognosis.
Seeing how it goes. It's
yeah.
like, no, this is... And so they talk again. And again, she's just trying so hard to talk her way out of this. I'm not there. I don't know if I can get there. I want to get there.
Let's go back rappelling.
Let's go rappel again.
I'm just going to unhook myself.
But then they like decide that they're going to be together. Woohoo.
Yeah, so then they get dinner. There's a fantasy suite. Mm-hmm. They go in the fantasy suite, and Colton heavily implies
that they're going to do it.
That they're going to do it, and that they did it.
And then they did it.
Here are my thoughts. Okay.
Go. What are your thoughts?
Okay. I don't think Cassie or Colton will be very good at sex. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure it was terrible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Even if Cassie is good at sex, it would have been terrible.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I've got a hunch. She just didn't seem to have like a good attitude when they checked in with her in the morning. Mm-hmm. She was very quiet and didn't seem very cuddly, which women
tend to be.
Yeah, I think that's like a natural hormone thing that's been proven is that they're so clingy. But like legit, like that's something that happens because it's just in our program.
Christy, I did like seeing the producers behind the scenes there at the suite. That was funny when he kicked out all the producers and then he had to open the door again. He's like, oh, we still have our mics on.
It would have been great if he had opened up the door and it would have been like, I'm finished.
Guys, it's done.
It's done.
Didn't even take my pants
off.
off.
All she had to do was touch it. Does anybody know a good dry cleaner? Oh, Sergio. He does dry cleaning too. But then, she didn't have what I call blowjob hair.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I think blowjob hair is the thing. Our listeners can tell us.
Does it look like this?
No, it's more. Yeah, it's more that. That just looks like crazy lady hair.
I feel like your hair would get more disheveled from sex than a blowjob.
I mean, both. But I call it blowjob hair. And I've heard the phrase blowjob hair before.
Cool.
So,
cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure they had sex. I'm not sure they had sex. I've got a hunch that if it does happen, Cassie says it just like acts like it's really gross the whole time. Oh, this is gross. I don't think she's attracted to him at all.
She acts like it's gross, or she does think it's gross but fakes it?
No, she does think it's gross, and she tells him during it.
That it's gross?
Yeah.
Specifically his penis or the sex?
Both. Yeah. I'm sure she's not there's not a lot of positive reinforcement there. So yeah.
Bummer.
So that's this season. Then I'm sure they came out and talked. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I'm not going to get into that. And then Hannah B came out. So Hannah B is our Bachelorette. This makes it harder to compel us to do the Bachelorette with her.
Yes. Yeah. I know a lot of you are Hannah B fans, and that's great for you. We're happy for you.
Yeah, I know. I don't hate her.
We are not amongst you.
It's not like I hate her.
No.
But it's just...
I don't particularly like her.
Yeah, she's so young.
Or find her compelling to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty awful.
Give me a train wreck.
Yeah. Who would we have liked instead, though?
Demi.
Oh, God. Demi would have been...
I need a personality.
Yeah. There's just not many of them.
No, because they're all trying to be the sweet one that gets sought after in paradise.
I'll tell you, honestly, who they should do. They should do Andy Dorfman again. I think she would have a good season.
You love Andy.
Well, I also think that she's like really mean and just a bad person, probably. Not a bad person, but like...
But would she act on it? Remember how excited we were for Nick? And then he dropped all of his emotional manipulation?
True.
For tight shorts?
True. God, he was a great emotional manipulator for a while.
I loved it.
Yeah. God, he has had encounters with some of the most attractive women in the franchise. Andy.
He did get hotter.
Yeah. Oh, but like Jen Saviano, in retrospect, I mean, I know he probably got paid and raised his profile to be the Bachelor, but he was never going to do any better than her.
No.
She looks phenomenal. Mm-hmm. She's great.
And she also seemed like a really nice person.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think any of them are
From
nice.
what I remember.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
So Hannah B is going to be our Bachelorette. I do have a scoop.
Ooh.
About people that are going to be on the Bachelorette.
Just for you 17 people.
Well, yeah. So this friend of a friend, again, was supposed to be on the Bachelorette. So
well connected.
Yeah. So well connected. Friend of a friend, again, named Sam Maniscalco or something. He was announced as part of the cast. Mm-hmm. But I think from my sources, he backed out from the show at the last minute.
Because it's Hannah?
I don't know. Probably because, like, he has a real job and, you know, lives life to the fullest already. Mm-hmm. But that's just what I've heard. So if he actually shows up on the cast, though, I could be wrong.
We shall see.
Yeah. So that's it for this season. Mm-hmm. Honestly, not a bad season.
No.
I thought it was going to be way worse. It's better than Ari's season.
Low bar.
Yeah. Better than Nick's.
Yeah. Nick's was just more disappointing.
Yeah.
Than anything else.
But not as good as Ben's.
Ben's season was actually good.
Yeah, Ben's season was good.
Like,
when they stranded Olivia on the island.
Oh, God, that was so good.
Yeah.
And when he told both Lauren and JoJo that he loved them.
JoJo went into the bathroom and cried. Why?
And JoJo's mom.
She was wasted, yeah.
Like, I don't want to see him on my television anymore, but that was a good season.
That was a good season, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't because of him.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I think, you know, in terms of this show, social media makes it really bad.
Yes.
Because it used to be, I know this sounds like we always have a fetish for nostalgia. Mm-hmm. But I do think this is very true, that it used to be better when these people would go on the show, get their literal 15 minutes of fame,
and leave.
And then you never heard from them again.
Yeah. Well, and I said this last week or the week before, it's like they're giving everybody kinder edits.
Yeah.
Because they're all, like, incestuously staying in the franchise now.
Yeah, right.
They're coming on the live shows, and they're going on Paradise, and they're doing all of this, like, essentially brand ambassador work for The Bachelor.
Yeah. Like, the last person to get, like, a truly psychotic edit, either Chad Johnson or from Chris Soul season.
Make Chad The Bachelor.
Oh, God.
Just him and his sweet potatoes.
Yeah, just murdering people.
Whistling in the woods.
But either him or Kelsey Poe on Chris Soul season. Mm-hmm. She was really crazy. I was going to say something that legally I shouldn't say because I'm alleging murder. But yeah. So those were the days, and now it's just it just makes the show harder to do. Mm-hmm. Because really I feel like sometimes we're grasping for straws here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll see. We have to kind of confer about future seasons.
We'll let you guys know. We'll do
Yeah.
some sort of announcement, probably on our Instagram. So go follow us at Take This Rose Podcast.
Honestly, I'm okay with having my Monday nights open.
Me too.
My worry...
Jeff swims on Mondays, so it makes it even more difficult.
My only worry is that I will stop watching the show if I don't have the podcast to do that, and I don't want to be that guy.
My only hope is I'll stop watching the show.
Right.
But
think of like how many conversations you're able to keep up now because
it's true. It's very water coolery.
Yeah, it is.
Like, so many people watch this show.
It's huge
male and
at
female.
my job. Like, to be able to talk about it with clients. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Jeff talks about it with people at work.
Yeah. It's good. It's good to talk about. It unites us as a country. One of the few things that does now.
The Bachelor and Daylight Savings Time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, actually not Daylight Savings Time, because I guess in Arizona they don't do it.
They don't do it in Indiana either.
Yeah, so screw them.
Except for like the little northwest part of Indiana where they all work in Chicago.
Those two states can go fuck themselves. That's how I feel about it.
No, they're better.
Oh, so we can go fuck ourselves.
I don't want to change the clock ever again.
Yeah, but think about how nice it's going to be when you get that extra hour of sleep when you fall back.
Yeah, but you're stealing it from yourself. Mm-hmm. We just stole it from March, Jenny and Tommy, to give it to, when is it? October. November. Jenny and Tommy.
Yeah, but I think November Tommy's really going to need it.
November Tommy doesn't have a toddler.
No, that's true. That's a very good point.
Who we now have to like retrain.
Well, you know what?
On his sleep schedule.
Actually, I am single right now, so we'll see. November Tommy could have all sorts of stuff going on. Let's knock on wood. Hope there's no buns in the oven.
If November Tommy has a toddler. Woo.
Yeah, that means actually November 2016 Tommy was probably up to something. Okay, so thanks so much for watching this season. You can still get in touch with us. takethisrosepodcast@gmail.com. I'll respond to emails or whatever.
And I usually respond to comments on YouTube as long as I haven't switched accounts, because then I don't get the notifications.
Okay.
And I usually switch accounts when I'm like looking up a Sesame Street video.
Okay. You can do that on ours.
I probably could.
Yeah, because
Baby Shark.
I've realized that I watch a lot of videos while logged in to Take This Rose.
Yep.
And our video suggestions, there's a lot of Joe Rogan podcasts, a lot of Simpson clips, a lot of
That's
Seinfeld
why.
bloopers. Yeah.
That's why I keeps recommending Joe Rogan.
Yeah. It's Oprah for men. That's all it is. And
Oprah is for everyone.
Yeah. But he does, like, when he has, like, somebody like Neil deGrasse Tyson on, I really enjoy it. Because it's pretty much Neil deGrasse Tyson talking to somebody like me who doesn't know anything. It's really interesting. So email takethisrosepodcast@gmail.com. YouTube, Take This Rose. Subscribe. That's the only way we would actually stick around. Twitter @TakeThisRose. Even if we finished the podcast, I might still live tweet every once in a while.
Because it's fun.
Yeah. I like
and it's more fun when you aren't, like, required
to do
it.
And I can actually check out for like 30 minutes if I wanted to. Facebook, Take This Rose.
We're never on that, though.
Yeah, no.
Except to post.
Yep. All right, that's about it. Thanks so much for watching. Maybe we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see you again.
Okay.
With makeup on. Tommy, too.
Okay,
I'll
great.
give him a smoky eye.
I'm just kidding. Yes, okay. That's reason to tune in. All right, thanks so much for watching.